Hi friends, I am doing a pick a card reading for what is blocking relationship for you right now in the month of January 2020. So we will get right into it. I have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So you'll take a second to sort of let your intuition guide you to the one that speaks to you. And I will put timestamps in the description box. There's no clarity. It's just several decks with some cards for what is blocking relationship for you right now. So again, it's group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay? All right. So we will begin with group 1. See what is blocking relationship for group 1. Okay. A couple of Moonology cards. So we have surrender to the divine and looking at the bigger picture. This is a full moon card, and then we have the full moon in Sagittarius. Bigger picture, expansion, Sagittarian energy, expansiveness. Are you seeing something as maybe being too small? Are you needing to maybe reevaluate how you view this connection? And surrender to what it is. Tick-tock. So the time is important. This is a 3. So timing for you may be the question. Is it the right time to expand or take the next step? Or is someone else waiting for you or you waiting for them? Emotional withdrawal. That's interesting. So, or maybe you're pulling back from this person, or they are pulling, someone is holding back emotionally. I feel like this is a connection where you might have been with them for some period of time. And it's a moment where you're needing to really expand the possibilities for this connection. Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Judgment. Yeah, it's a big decision. 6 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so essentially the blockage is that, yes, you're seeing it too small, right? You're keeping it where it is, where it lives, which is maybe just friends with benefits. You know, I see him and I think of that, and it's like a little bit emotionally being given. And it's like at a crossroads with the Judgment card to say, well, what are we doing? What are we doing? If this is, we're going to have to make this decision. This can be indicative of breadcrumbing. I feel like you or they or both of you, in fact, I feel like both of you are holding back from moving it forward or making a decision to move it forward. And it could be, you know, to call each other a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or to introduce to friends. But you're really, both of you are very stubborn about it. No one is really making any moves. Everybody is just sort of doing the obligatory minimum at the moment to maintain it. But the clock is ticking, and it might be a moment to say, I need to make a decision, or they do. I feel like it's both of you, though, that need to see the expansiveness, or can it go the distance? Is this something that is just dating? You know, maybe relationship just isn't where you feel like you are ready to go. And you're standing your ground in that place of, no, I'm okay to be single and just give a little bit and, you know, maybe have some fun and go out on dates, and we don't need to take it to the next level. But with Judgment here and surrendering to the divine, it does tell me that you might need to be a little bit more open to moving this forward. I mean, this knight does move forward. He's the knight in shining armor. Sweep you off your feet. But this stubborn energy, digging your heels in about it, or they are, maybe both of you a little bit, holding back emotionally. That seems to be what the blockage is right now between the two of you. Neither one is really willing to open up emotionally to get it to the next level. That's what it feels like. That you're both just happy to be in this sort of page knight energy. And just give a little bit here and there. Because this does tell me it's sort of equal balance about that, but if you choose to move this forward and really surrender and see this, for what it could be in a long-term scenario, it could really be life-changing for both of you. So that is what I have for group 1. I hope that helped. We'll move on to group 2. Group 2, what is blocking relationship? Let's find out together. Okay, group 2, if you chose group 2, this is what is blocking relationship. Ooh, okay. The energy is gaining momentum, which is a waxing moon. I love this beautiful purple card. All the different layers of the scene illuminated by that waxing moon. So there's some momentum being gained here, and prosperity lies ahead. Very stable, earthly Taurus moon, new moon in Taurus. So you could be dealing with an earth sign. Balance. Balance is the oracle that we have. And this is an 11 card, so there's some kind of divine connection between you and this person. Feels like it's moving in a really good direction. Find out what, time to go. Time to go. This is if you break it down the numerology, this is a 9. And I love how she's sort of walking on this pier above foggy waters, but she's going into a place sort of unknown. You can't really see. There's like a doorway, but it's like she doesn't really know what lies ahead, but she's going there anyway. She's making her way down that that pier toward that gate. I guess it's a gate. Time to go. We're going to find out. Let's see. 3 of Wands. Knight of Swords. 2 of Cups. Definitely about a decision. The World. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love energy, gaining momentum. This Knight of Swords, certainly a very fast-moving energy. The 2 of Cups, partnership, seeing eye to eye, being on the same page with someone. Ace of Pentacles is that ultimate, this could be engagement. The World. Someone is on the fence. The Knight of Swords in here is racing away from a relationship and from this, moving toward this goal and stepping into something brand new. And he's racing toward the 3 of Wands, which is about, it is waiting on your ships to come in. It's sort of, looking out into the future to see, what your options are. And I feel like someone in this 2 of Cups, between you and the other person, someone is sort of thinking about the future in a optional kind of way. Like, is this the path I want? Or is it time to go? It's a very divided energy. So someone is ready to just move right into this space, right? The total divine gift of commitment and relationship and long-term investment. And someone else is like, well, let me just look back here and see what's going on over there. Is this really I get the phrase, is the grass greener? You know, somebody is a little bit like, I see this, I feel this balance, I feel this, you know, there is prosperity. But sometimes the energy gain of momentum, that could cause some anxiety, it could cause some stress in someone. Like, oh, it's ramping up, and I'm gonna have to be accountable in this partnership, and it's moving in a direction that I'm a little bit afraid of, and maybe I need to think about moving away from it. So it's either you or the other person. I feel like someone is ready to go forward full tilt and make this a solid long-term relationship, and someone else is looking back over their shoulder saying, well, let me see what else is out there. Or is this ultimately what I want? Is the grass always greener? They may not be sharing that, or you may not be sharing that with them, but someone is thinking, you know, these are thoughts. They're thinking and contemplating, is this the ultimate for me? Is this what I want, or do I want to move away from it and toward the unknown? There's a consideration here. I feel like it's a really good connection with the 11 card, with the 2 of Cups. It's not like anything is totally breaking down. Someone may not even be communicating their fears about commitment or moving it into this very committed space, possibly like marriage, moving in, getting engaged, that kind of thing. And I also just got, for some of you, it could be that you do not, it could be a long distance relationship. And it's a question of, can the next step being moving closer together or to the same area, it could be to the same country, same town, same state. You might be at a great distance from one another now, and someone is like, oof, I don't know if we can bring this connection together physically, geographically. There's a little bit of anxiety there. But I wish I was clarifying. It feels like this is a really solid, divinely guided connection. I don't feel like this is something that is the end of it. I feel like it's more of a bump in the road than a complete blockage. But the stall out right now is that someone is considering whether or not to take this very big step toward what they perceive as very final, very final. It's either moving closer to one another or moving in together, getting engaged. Someone is having some thoughts about that, some fear potentially, questioning it. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Group 2. We will now move on to Group 3. See what we have for what is blocking relationship for Group 3. Okay, Group 3. This is for Group 3. And what is blocking relationship currently? Okay. Believe in the impossible. Oh, I love this card. It's one of my favorites, the Blue Moon. It's a beautiful card. I love believing in the impossible. Your hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn. We're just about to end Capricorn season. Let's see what we have here. A lot of time and investment. This feels like something that's been a connection that's been around for quite some time. And this is the throat chakra, 5. So there could be some issues with communication. Perhaps someone needs to speak the truth. It's 5 can be change, can be conflict. It may feel like all that you've invested is not going to pay off in some way. Chaos and conflict. Here we go. Interesting. It's like questioning if what you have been through or they have been through, you guys together, is worth it. And feeling like maybe it's just impossible. Let's see. Wow, Four of Wands. Maybe you're married to this person. Yes. Oh my gosh. 10 of Cups. Okay, so group 3, there's certainly a large portion of people that I'm going to connect to that are in a committed relationship with this person. And there's some kind of blockage. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Related to things that are unspoken. This 5 throat chakra, I said not communicating. The moon, things that are under the surface. We have another 5 with 5 of Wands, with, again, battles, competition, ego getting in the way, and chaos and conflict. I mean, I can't make this up. This might be someone feeling like they want to walk away from a relationship or a marriage, and it's heartbreaking to think about it, but I feel like someone might be working behind the scenes to leave the scenario. And there might be fear associated with that. And I don't mean like physical fear, but the fear of the unknown. Believing in the impossible. Like, if you've been married for 20 plus years, you're like, well, who am I outside of this marriage? I don't even know what I would do. What would I do? I have to, start over. But I feel like this is a very tumultuous connection. It might be very long term. For those of you that this is resonating for, feels like a long-term commitment, that there are a lot of things unsaid, and you or the other person is quietly behind the scenes working to leave. And feeling a little bit like these two together almost give me like a personal pep talk kind of feeling. Like you're telling yourself, and again, it can be reversed, the other person, but it feels like someone's giving themselves a pep talk like, I can do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get my finances in order before I, tell this person that I want out of this marriage. I want to, establish, my work in a better place. I want to get myself free financially from this person. I want to look for a new home. Sort of making a plan behind the scenes to have that conversation. And it's not going to be an easy one, and the chaos and conflict might ensue. It's going to be a battle because hearts will be broken when someone does decide to finally speak up, but someone's giving themselves a pep talk to say, it can be better, my life can be better, this doesn't have to be my story, this doesn't have to be my ultimate, I can, sort of weather the storm so that I can have the rainbow thereafter. I feel like someone is going into battle, or understanding that they're going into battle, but really keeping their plans to themselves. They're certainly not sharing that with the other person. Well, that was a tough one, group 3. I know it will only resonate with some, but it does feel like someone is looking to remove from this connection, and they're doing it quietly without the person's knowledge, but ultimately will have to speak up and just embrace the fact that conflict will occur. It's before the healing can come in. Knowing that you could believe in the impossible, which no such thing, right? Nothing is really impossible. Okay, thank you all for Pick a Card, your blocks in relationship for January 2020. Have a great rest of your weekend.